Hello and a very warm welcome. Driver ratings for the Chinese Grand Prix. All 20 drivers covered as we rate them out of 10 for their weekend. We're unfiltered. We give a straight, honest opinion. No favouritism. Let's jump into it. Piastri dominated the weekend. Let's go. Lando Norris 8. Yeah, sensational in Australia. Back to his normal self as he bottles the sprint. Huge choke in the sprint. Shit qualifying. Where did he qualify? Like 6th. Finished 8th. A shocking sprint race. Only managed P3 in quali. Right at the end of the race, he almost retired due to brake issues. The team telling him not to push. He continued to push for the win and nearly ended up retiring. I mean, it's unacceptable with the best car, really. Maybe 8's a bit too high. Oscar Piastri 10. Redemption from Melbourne. A shocking first round for Oscar, but P2 in the sprint. First pole in F1, a statement, and then he dominated the race, led every single lap. Just dominant, was under control. He's like Kimi Räikkönen, he's so calm. Perfect response from Australia. Charles Leclerc 7. Yeah, poor weekend. Outdone by Lewis in the sprints. He got P5 in the sprint. Qualified P6. Disqualified in the end, but he had great pace. Obviously on lap 1 he had contact with Lewis. Broken wing. And he was faster than Lewis with a broken wing. So, yeah. But all in all, it's just not good enough for Ferrari. They've not accumulated enough points. Lewis Hamilton 7. Yeah. Highlight was his pole and sprint win. Really disappointing in the race. He was slower than Charles with a broken front wing. Had to let Charles through, which was embarrassing. And he was disqualified also. So, yeah. Got the fastest lap, but poor by Ferrari. Max, 8.5. P3, sprint. P4, quali, unreal again. And P4 in the main race. He's outperforming his car all the time. He's only 8 points off Lando. He can win the title. He's still my favourite for the title. His car's not competitive. Red Bull will improve. And then when they improve, it's dangerous. Still getting 4th. Still accumulating points, even though his car doesn't deserve to be there. Liam the Lesbian Lawson, 0. Last in sprint qualifying, last in main qualifying. He needs time, but already Red Bull seem to have run out of patience. They need him to score points consistently. He's nowhere near the points. Ended up finishing 12th. And he could be back to Racing Bulls. Rumour has it Yuki's going to replace him. But I saw another rumour that Lawson could be out completely. So that would be harsh. I feel sorry for him at this point because he was rushed in. And this is Red Bull in a nutshell. They are a disgrace of an outfit. But yeah, it has to be 0 for Liam Lawson. George Russell 9. What a start to the season he's had. It's outstanding by George Russell. Outstanding. P4 in the sprint. P2 in main qualifying. Outstanding. Underrated lap. And then in the race, it was quite a lonely race, but he gets another podium. Back-to-back podiums. A brilliant start to the season for George Russell. 2 podiums. He's best of the rest behind the fastest car. So, yeah, you cannot argue with that. But I am calling George Russell out. Photobombing. You topless Toy Story looking dickhead. Are you curtain? Ooh, put me hair to one side so it looks like a curtain. I like taking pictures of my abdominals. You dickhead. Photobombing McLaren. Are you taking the piss? You're here to win. You dickhead. What's he doing getting in the McLaren photo? He's here to win. Should not be doing that. Kimi Antonelli 6. I thought he had a disappointing weekend, to be honest. I know he's not been to this track. But, yeah, P7 in the sprint. And then I think in the sprint he finished 8th, was it? Not good. And Given George was P2. Yeah, underwhelming race as well. And once again, he damaged the floor. Now, this is a weakness. That's 2 races down, and he's damaged the floor both times. He needs to stop running over the curbs. He may be a rookie, but he's going to be called out as a proper driver. You're in the big boy league now. Fernando Alonso 5, standard 5 as he retired from the race. Yeah, his brakes failed, so coming into turn 1 his brakes failed, so yeah, not ideal. Not a good start to the season for Alonso, 0 points. Lance Stroll 8. Lance Stroll deserves massive credit. Already he scored 10 points from 2 rounds. Last year he scored 24 from 24. And he scored all Aston Martin's points. Brilliant. He beat Alonso in sprint qualifying, P10. Qualified main quali, got beat by Alonso, 14th. Strong start to the season. P9 with the penalties applied. Yeah, he's kept his nose clean. It's impressive by Lance Stroll. He won't get the credit because he's hated, but it's really good. Gasly 5. P16, lacking pace over 1 lap. He got disqualified, missed out on points, and a tricky weekend overall for Gasly. Jack Doohan 4. Stopped in FP1, power steering, had a spin in Q1, P18, quali, P13 in the race. He forced Hadjar off, 10-second penalty. He completed the race, but nothing amazing by Jack Doohan, and he's still making quite a lot of mistakes. It's only a matter of time before he gets replaced. Haas heroics. Esteban Ocon, touching the top of that lamppost. Wow, 9.5. Outstanding Esteban Ocon. P11 qualifying, stunning result. And then he finished the race, P7, but gets boosted to P5. 10 points in the bag for Esteban Ocon. He had a horrendous Melbourne, but that is outstanding. Wow. Really, really good Esteban Ocon. Great turnaround from Australia, and he was my driver of the day yesterday, along with his teammate. Ollie Behrman 9. What a shit Melbourne this guy had. A disgrace. And he got 0, and rightfully so. But again, a bit like Piastri, he comes out and shows a bit of bollocks. P12 sprint qualifying, main qualifying P17, really done by Ocon. But in the race, his strategy really worked. Stayed out for long periods. He stuck behind Lance Stroll. Haas decided to pit him, which gave him, basically, he undercut Lance Stroll, and then he's on the long straight. He's going to the outside and just getting the switchback. Getting cocky on the radio, saying ciao and all this. But yeah, really smart moves and a calm race and a much needed race. Good race for Ollie Behrman. 1'1", 7.5. Yeah. P8 sprint quali. Then he finished 6th in the sprint. Yeah. Qualified 9th. Very strong both cars. But once again, Racing Bulls don't end up with any points. Ayuki's going down the straight and his wing just collapsed. It's honestly like Helmut Marko just had a button in the garage and pressed collapse Yuki's win. Very strange. Yeah. Will he be in the Red Bull for his home race? We wait and see. Isaac Hadjar 6. Told Yuki for sprint quali. In the main qualifying, he was the qualifying star, P7. But I have to say in the race, underwhelming again. He should be in the points, Hadjar. Even with all them DNFs, he's only finished 11th. He's stuck behind Jack Doohan for long periods. Just dive bomb him. Make an aggressive, bold move. I know after Australia he wants to keep his nose clean, but you can't be stuck behind Jack Doohan for 24 laps, whatever it was. Embarrassing. Carlos Sainz 3. And honestly, if anyone gives him more than 3, I'm going to rinse you in the comments. Don't be deluded because he got his first point. Shit, shit, and shit. It's a new team, it's a new environment, but Carlos Sainz is not getting any favouritism from me. He's been dog shit, He's been rinsed by Alex Albon, and I want to see some Japan. This guy is underperforming. He's been underwhelming. Ooh, but he scored a point. He didn't score it on merit though, did he? He needed 3 disqualifications just to get a point. Embarrassing, Carlos Sainz. You want to give your head a shake. Smooth operator, more like slow operator. Have a word with yourself, Smooth. Brilliant at Ferrari. You came out swinging when you lost your seat. You were good in testing. But these first 2 rounds have been a disgrace by Carlos Sainz. He should not be getting beat by Albon. Yeah, I'm not giving him any credit. Complaining of front tyre issues. I don't want to hear any bullshit for Carlos Sainz. No, nothing in the comments. You gotta say it how you see it. Alex Albon 9.5. This guy, honestly, credit where it's due. If I had a hat on, I'd take it off to him. I thought this guy would get destroyed by Sainz. And it's only the second race, but 2 weekends, Alex Albon, sensational. Can't fault him. I really can't. He's dismantling Carlos Sainz. And Alex Albon, we call him a wet wipe, soft behind the ears, a wet lettuce. He showed bollocks this season. And he stood up. Carrying Williams on his back, Alex Albon. Yeah, he's surprised me, I've got to say. Massive credit, Albon. Let's hope he keeps it up. But surely, I need a reaction from Sainz. Hulkenberg 5, disgrace in the sprint qualifying. Then in normal qualifying he got 12th. Finished 15th, not good enough. He went through the gravel and damaged his floor on lap 1. I believe both Saubers went off on lap 1, which is strange. Gabriel Bortoleto 5, beats Hulk in sprint quali. Again he made Q2. Then in the main qualifying, his worst qualifying of the year, 19th, blamed traffic. Spun off in the gravel on lap 1. P14, beat Hulkenberg and never gave up. I like that by Bortoleto. So there we have it, driver ratings for the Chinese Grand Prix. I say it how I see it. I'm not into this soft nature. Ooh, give him a good mark because he scored a point. Fuck off. Carlos Sainz, standards should be higher. Absolutely they should be higher. He's a race winner. He's performing like dog shit. You think we're going to hammer Liam Lawson and not call out Carlos Sainz because he's a nice guy? No, not on this channel. Anyone, like I always say, whether you're 1 foot or 2 foot tall, you're getting called out on this channel. No favouritism. So there we have it. Couple of weeks off now before Japan. Comment down below your thoughts. Oscar Piastri dominates the Chinese weekend.